the opportunity pipeline view, and after I've presented like the insights of it, we will jump into a demo, just so you know. So in the screen, you see like a picture of the pipeline view, which is like with demo data. What is the opportunity pipeline view? I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's working, or mostly everybody is working with opportunities. And when you think about, okay, how likely is it that I might win opportunities? It's more like a gut feeling, right? Like either you dig into your opportunities or you have prepared like, let's say, a custom view, or you have a system view that shows you, but there is no such analysis like out of the box, right? To tell you which deals are looking good and which ones are maybe not looking good, and which ones I might have to focus on. So the opportunity pipeline view is giving you exactly that, and it comes out of the box, right? So opening the view, you will see the bubbles, and I will explain you in a second in the system, what do these bubbles mean? I mean, it looks nice for me, but what does it tell me? That was like my very first question when I looked into the pipeline view. Next to this one is called deal tracker. There is a second out of the box view coming in, which is the sales funnel. And that shows like different data, but also out of the box. So you don't have to like do anything to get this information, right? So now going more into the AI topics. You've seen the pipeline view in the presentation up front. And question would now be, so where is it? I don't see it. It's basically like kind of a grid that is enabled in the background. So here you have calendar control, you have Kanban, and you have the pipeline view. Once it is enabled, you will find it here. And once you click on it, the system will automatically open up the pipeline view. The data that is shown in the chart is basically related to the data that I have selected down here based on my view. So you can always change the view that you have, and obviously the pipeline will then update, right? So what do we see? And let me make it a little bit bigger maybe. So on the, what is it? Is x-axis, right? This is the score, right? It goes from 0 to 100. So how likely is it to win the opportunity? 0 obviously is like very unlikely, like this one over here, it's quite at the bottom. The more up the bubble is, the more likely it is to win the opportunity. Then you have a timeline at the bottom, which is based on the estimated close date when you are looking at open opportunities. If your view would contain also won or lost opportunities, it would switch to the actual close date, right? So it highly depends on what kind of opportunities, open, won, lost, you're looking at. I'm only looking at open opportunities. So obviously, like for one amount, number of won deals, lost amount, number of lost deals, I have like 0 because my view does not have these details. Then I was talking about the bubble. What we see is like the bubble sizes and the colors are different. The size of the bubble displays the revenue of the opportunity. So the bigger the opportunity is, the bigger the bubble will be. The smaller it is, the smaller the bubble will be. The color of the opportunity, and we see it here, it has grades A, B, C. There is a grade D as well, not in my data at the moment. It basically ranks the quality of the opportunity based on the scoring, right? The scoring is 0 to 100. So higher grades have more chances to be converted into a quote. Lower grades obviously are more unlikely to be converted into a quote. Have to get kind of like used to it to remember like, okay, what does this all mean? There is various data running into the chart, but I think it's pretty straightforward. The bigger the bubble, the greener it is, the better, the bigger and the greener and the more on the top it is, the better. So how would I find out which opportunity is this relating to? So which bubble is which opportunity? You can like use the mouse over and it will show you few insights. So this is like the name of the opportunity, for example. Then it will show you the potential customer. It will show you the grade, which is A, that is the green color. The score is 47, which is why it is located like over here. And then the estimated close date is end of June, which is why in the timeline it is located end of June. And the revenue, 4,200 euros, still tiny, but in reference to the other opportunities, it's a bigger one, is based on the size of the opportunity. So if I now wanted to see details of the opportunity, or I notice, oh, wow, my estimated close date is like incorrect, I have to postpone it to end of July, for example, I could now do two things. One is I say, okay, it's the SharePoint integration opportunity for the demo firma. Let's search for it in the view. I could do that, yes, but it's a lot more easy to click on here. And this is also a feature which I like so much, because when you are in sales and you're working with opportunities, you usually have many opportunities, and like opening up each single data record is such a pain and it slows you down in your daily work. So what happens is it opens the opportunity form in the site pane over here. So you can basically scroll down and see all the details, like make updates. So let's change the category, for example, to A. You can easily save your information. What you can also do is you can, over here, you can add a task, appointment, email, phone call directly from the site pane, without having to open the opportunity, go in there, etc. One benefit is also, in my opinion, that when you are looking at the timeline, for example, and let's just look for this one. The same happens if I click on here, but I have good sample data in here, I think. So I just scroll down and I have my timeline. So I have an appointment, and without going to either the activities overview or opening up the timeline out of the opportunity, it's pretty straightforward. I can just say it right from my pipeline view. I close the activity, or I assign it to someone else. Someone else has to take over. I can see my predictions of the opportunity, like what we've seen in the form directly, right from here, and get an overview. What does the spooky AI think I can do better to win this opportunity? You can basically update everything with regards to the opportunity right from here. You save the information and you don't have to jump to the data record itself.